The latest South Park parody just detonated the internet. In a wild fictional new episode, the show's creators once again targeted the Royal Runaways, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, with a savage take on their infamous Oprah interview. And let's just say no crown, tiara, or media deal could shield them from this cartoon cannonball of criticism. The episode, cheekily titled Trapped in the Teacup, opens with Meghan and Harry floating down from the skies onto Oprah's animated lavender set, like royal deities descending from above. Meghan wears a golden crown labeled VICTIMHOOD and clutches a mug of steaming Duchess Tears, while Harry carries stacks of flaming copies of his memoir Spare that he keeps dropping as he trips on his own shoelaces. Oprah looks bewildered but intrigued. Behind her, a neon sign blinks. Sympathy Mode Activated. The cartoon wastes no time. The moment Meghan opens her mouth, fireworks explode every time she utters buzzwords like racism, silencing, security, or the institution. Harry stares blankly into space, whispering, "I was trapped like a haunted NPC in a video game." A cartoon bingo cage spins with phrases from the real-life interview, Mean Girl Tiara story. "They took my keys, and they wouldn't let me seek help." Just as Meghan sobs about not Googling her husband pre-wedding, cue audience gasp. A lie detector machine labeled Polygrown 3000 erupts in sparks. It shouts, "Fantasy alert," as her eyes morph into spinning dollar signs. Harry, not to be outdone, chimes in. "We never expected family money," triggering a siren and sprinkler system as Oprah dramatically clutches her chest. And then boom, the ghost of Queen Elizabeth floats in on a spectral throne sipping ghost tea, with a deadpan, "Really?" Again. Harry promptly faints, Meghan screams, and Oprah applauds the divine intervention. Cue musical number. The entire set transforms into a Broadway stage. Meghan belts out "Let It Be About Me" in a tiara-tossing performance, while Harry tap dances behind her, dodging falling Netflix logos. Suddenly, a massive red "Cancelled" sign falls from above and crushes them mid-chorus. Subtle? Not quite. Effective? Oh yes. But South Park doesn't stop there. Next, we're taken to a kitchen disaster. In a parody of Meghan's lifestyle ambitions, the couple attempts a cooking segment. Meghan boasts about her secret roast chicken recipe, but the oven explodes with smoke that spells out lies. Harry, covered in soot, asks, "Is it supposed to do that?" Critics call it a nod to their pattern of home truths that seem more Hollywood than Windsor. The scene cuts to the streets of Hollywood where Meghan and Harry perform a melodramatic reenactment of their royal exit. Harry holds a cardboard sign that says, "We'll tell all for $, while Meghan fake sobs under a spotlight. The crowd throws lettuce. A tourist yells, "We've heard this already." And honestly, it lands. Social media explodes. Twitter, or X, depending on your timeline, is flooded with hashtags like #RoyalRoast and #OprahCarnage. One user tweets, "This South Park episode did more damage than all British tabloids combined." Another posts a meme of the polygrown machine with the caption, "When Meghan speaks, my soul does this." But not everyone's laughing. Meghan and Harry's loyal fanbase, the Sussex Squad, is fuming. They accuse the show of punching down, calling the episode a cruel smear campaign masquerading as comedy. One emotional tweet reads, "Satire shouldn't mock trauma. South Park has gone too far." Meanwhile, Reddit threads explode with theories, joke recaps, and sleuths decoding Easter eggs hidden in the episode's animation, like a frame where Meghan's cartoon avatar briefly transforms into a dollar bill with wings. Late-night hosts get in on the action. Jimmy Fallon jokes, "Even the ghost of Queen Elizabeth thinks they're milking it." The Daily Mail runs with "South Park nukes the Sussexes again." Morning shows debate whether it's satire or straight-up bullying. YouTubers dissect every line of dialogue like they're royal historians. Insider sources in our juicy fictional universe claim Meghan was absolutely livid about the episode. An anonymous source says she found the caricature vicious, and that she was particularly rattled by the $sign eyeballs. Harry allegedly shrugged it off at first, until he saw his animated self skipping behind Meghan in a leash labeled Emotional Support Duke. Publicly, total silence. No press release. No social media rebuttal. Their PR team knows better than to stir up the Streisand effect. But you can bet those group chats are on fire. Analysts are calling this the ultimate litmus test for the couple's Hollywood staying power. If they're the brand, and the brand is mocked this hard, can the brand survive? The South Park episode, fictional though it is, reflects a growing cultural fatigue. The backlash to their media deals, the scrutiny of their truths, the comedy of their contradictions, all laid bare in 10 brutal cartoon minutes. In another standout scene, Oprah pulls out a velvet pouch and releases a flurry of truth tokens onto the floor, which Meghan and Harry scramble to collect like panicked toddlers in a cash booth. Meghan manages to grab one labeled silenced, while Harry clutches another that reads trapped, both clutching them with exaggerated sincerity as the studio audience mockingly chants, "Tell us more." Meanwhile, a massive TV screen behind them rolls clips of their previous interviews, voiceovers repeating the same anecdotes. The words, "recycled content detected," flash in red letters. When Oprah asks a question, a bingo card animation appears on screen with spaces like royal racism, "no help offered," and mental health crisis. Meghan hits 5 in a row. Oprah cries, "Bingo!" Confetti falls again. The episode reaches a fever pitch when the set suddenly transforms into a courtroom drama. Judge Oprah bangs her gavel as Meghan and Harry sue Buckingham Palace for emotional inconvenience. Cartoon Queen Camilla storms in with a tray of scones and shouts, "Enough of this bloody mess!" Then Princess Kate appears as a silent mime holding up signs like "Private means private," and "Why are we still talking about this?" The final act, Oprah gifts Meghan and Harry a lifeboat labeled Career Redemption and pushes them out to sea. But as they row, they argue about who should steer. The boat spins in circles before hitting an iceberg made of canceled projects, Spotify, Netflix deal, children's book, and animated series. The boat sinks slowly as Harry desperately waves his last spare manuscript in the air. The credits roll as a choir of cartoon voices sings, let it go, but actually don't, we need season 2. In the aftermath, TikTok goes wild. Users remix the lifeboat scene with Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On." One TikToker posts, "When you say you want privacy but sign with every streaming platform known to man." Over on Instagram, meme pages post side-by-side stills from the episode and real-life Oprah interview footage. The captions, brutal. One reads, "When fantasy meets franchise." Another shows Meghan's cartoon mug with a crying filter in the text, "Just one more docuseries, I promise." On Reddit, eagle-eyed users point out that Meghan's animated eyes flicker to the Netflix logo every time she says the word love. Others dissect the fake cookbook Harry presents in the cooking segment. Dishing with the Duke, 99 royal recipes I didn't actually cook. And in true South Park fashion, the last scene flashes a fake promo. Next week on South Park, Meghan and Harry run for governor of California. Followed by, viewer discretion advised, especially for former royals. Bottom line, the episode is a relentless roast, and it landed with nuclear force. Even though it's fiction, it tapped into real criticisms and wrapped them in cartoon chaos. It's satire with a sledgehammer, and it hit its target. Whether you're laughing, crying, or side-eyeing your streaming subscription, one thing's for sure. South Park just made Meghan and Harry the butt of another cultural punchline. And the world is still watching. Because in South Park, privacy is performative, contradictions are currency, and when the cameras roll, everyone gets roasted.